off on this rant. Yeah, drugs. Before I start off on this kōrero, just want to say big ups to the bro buddy. Shot for having me on your live, my brother. But waited. No. So the reason that this live's called Drugs, and More Fucking Drugs is I got a message last night from a whānau member in Aussie who wants to get the fuck out of it. They want to know, how the fuck did I get out of it? And I just said, I was so fucked last night, and I just ended up saying, oh, I'll do a kōrero about it in the morning. And then I just get off the phone from one of my bros who's on it, and whose head last night was chilling with her partner, and next minute heard fellas smashing in through their garage door. And now her partner's gone. He's left his phone, his bag, and he's gone, and she doesn't know how to fucking find him. What a way to wake up. What a way to wake up. And, so this made him, fuck's sakes, it's only over 50 bags. You know what I mean? And wants my advice, and what do I say? I said, it's because of the shit, bro. What do you mean it's because of the shit? Well, what do you mean? What do I fucking mean? They broke into her garage thinking that she was kicking it with her dealer, and that they were going to roll her fucking dealer. So they broke into the garage, and a big mob of them. And now she can't find her fucking partner, who went out to see what the fuck's going on. He doesn't live there, but he just went over there to chill. And went out, to, as your partner would do, go out to protect you, and now he's gone. And it sucks because I know exactly. I know exactly. And if anyone out there that's fucking been on the drugs, this is a fucking consequence. It's not a world full of glam and high times and just getting wasted and just fucking, it ain't even like that. It is so fucking dangerous. It is so fucking dangerous. And if you don't know how to fucking handle your shit, not handle your shit, but if you don't know how to tread lightly, these types of fucking things will happen. You got to deal with cunts that don't have drugs, that are coming down. If they know that you got drugs, you better believe they're going to come storming through your fucking house to get them. I've said it how many times. During that time of my life, drugs for me was my entire fucking life. And I did some fucked up shit in order to get it. It sucks the most because this person is trying to get her kids back. And, her kids got taken from her, and, oh my God, and now that's hanging on the line. And that again is that is a consequence when you fuck with that shit. The question that I got asked last night was Nix, how the fuck did you, how did you get out of it? How did you fucking, oh man, I remember getting shown these pictures, these photos on this fucking phone of this dude sitting in the back of a truck holding up, he had been fucked up. He had been so fucked up, his eyes could barely open, and he was holding a fucking letter, and the letter said, I'm fucking going away and I'm never coming back. And he was never seen again. And the person that was showing me was a fucking client, who was just kind of bragging and just showed me, and like, he said that the dude owed him 10 grand. So he took him way out to the middle of fucking nowhere, in the middle of fucking Australia, and bashed him the fuck up. I had another mate who had, fucking hell, he got kidnapped right in front of me. I was fucking crashed out on the couch, on a lazy boy, crashed out, and the bro was crashed out right there. And I remember waking up and looking at him, and I thought, you fucking mongrel, because I had against, there were all my other mates that wanted to kill him, and I had snatched him up. I said to him, right, I'm only going to say this one fucking time, okay, just, I swear to God, one time, and if you're watching this, you know that I fucking did this for you, so I don't know why you're not talking to me. Anywho, I said to you, I'm going to say this one time, my bro. If you want my help, I don't even need you to talk, I just need you to nod. Just bear in mind, if you don't fucking nod, I wipe my hands of you. You know why? Because that means that, because the people that want to kill you are my mates, and because you're my fucking mate too. If you make that conscious decision that you don't want my fucking help, then I don't want to be anything, because that's a burden on my fucking shoulders when I find out that you've been killed or something. Right now, I have the resources to be able to get you the fuck out of this town right now. And he started crying, and he fucking he nodded his head. So I fucking dropped everything that I was doing. I took him in the car, and I fucking took him 2.5 hours out of Perth to this fucking house that I had out there. Anyway, I needed to get, we stayed there for about a week. I needed to go back to Perth just for one night to fucking do this deal. And then I was going straight back. He wanted to fucking come with me. And I said to him, bro, no, it's fucking dangerous. Please let me come with you. Please let me come with you. Fuck yeah. I'm only going for the night. Just let me come with you. I'll stay in the car, whatever. So anyway, we get to Perth, get to the house that I was doing the deal at. And, I'd been up for fucking 7-8 days. So I was like, I need a nap. I need a fucking crash before we turn around and go back. Yeah. So we fucking, I don't know how the fuck he found out we were there. And when you're in that world, nothing's a secret, bro. Nothing's a fucking secret. So anyway, I'm lying on the couch. He's right there. And I remember waking up looking at him, and I thought to myself, you fucking mongrel, because I was thinking, oh, you just couldn't keep your ass at home, eh? And I went back to sleep, and I woke up to the sound of him fucking crying. Literally, grown man. And I look over, and it's pitch dark. I look over, and I see cunts like that. And he's fucking, that's all I could hear. And I was like, what the fuck? And there were two of them. And one grabbed his fucking legs, and one grabbed the top of him, and they fucking dragged him straight out the front door, right in front of me. And they threw him in the back of this fucking truck that was right there, and they fucking sped out, and they were gone. They were gone. And I was shaking. Do you know what I mean? I'm sitting there, and my mate, my fucking good mate, has just been snatched and taken right in front of me. And I got up, and the chick whose house it was came down, and she goes, bro, what the fuck? And I was just like, holy fuck. And because I don't have a fucking clue how do I even get a hold of this cunt? And so I just had to wait. And I waited and I waited. There was, I'd say that, there was early hours of the morning. I waited there at lunchtime. I was just in the kitchen doing the dishes, and I heard the screen door. And I went to the screen door, and there's my mate standing there. He's got dry blood and mud all over his fucking face, like he's been dragged through the fucking mud. And his clothes are fucked. His clothes are ripped, torn, fucking everything, and he's limping. I open the door, I said, fuck, get in there, cunt. I open the door, he's crying, and he comes through the fucking door, and he's like holding his hand, and they've cut his fucking fingers off. They cut his fucking fingers off, and I know the details of exactly what the fuck happened. So what happened, they took him from where they took him, and it turned out that they were one of the dudes that was there was one of my best mates. They took him to a house that I know, and put him in the bath, and fucking chained him up, tied him up to the bath, to the taps in the bath. And they fucking bashed him. They got the map gas, which is the big yellow fucking gas bottle, and they fucking flamed him up, and they fucking smashed him with it. And then the owner of the house, which is also my mate, all he could hear was this cunt fucking screaming, and he went in the bathroom and he said, get him the fuck out of here, what the fuck are you up to? So it was only one dude, my mate. He chucked him into the back of this truck, a double cab truck, and on the back of the double cab had the side racks, the racks on the back, and they fucking wound down the back window and tied him up, both his arms out the window to the back of the fucking truck. So he was sitting like this, tied up, out the fucking, both hands out the back window there. And he drove him out to the Pines. Drove him out to the Pines in Perth, and he found a off-road kind of track. So he fucking turned down there, and he went down the off-road track, and it was muddy as fuck. And just bear in mind, this is still early hours of the morning. Dark as fuck, muddy as fuck, and the truck ended up getting bogged. It ended up getting stuck in the mud. The reason I'm telling, I know both accounts. I know from the person who fucking did it, and I know from the victim, because they were both my mates. Anyway, so the truck gets bogged in the middle of in the darkness. There's just pine trees every fucking where. The truck gets bogged there, and he turns around and he goes, "Oi, get the fuck out and dig me out." That's the driver. And so he gets out, undoes his hands, and he goes, before he undoes his hands, he slams him with the fucking map gas, and he says, "If you fucking run, cunt, you're dead. I'm telling you now, you're fucking dead." And at this stage, the victim, my bro, he was petrified, as you would fucking be. He's bashed up, he's fucking everything. Anyways, he gets out and he starts fucking digging in the fucking mud, trying to get the truck out. And he goes, "No, what we need to do is we need to get wood and jam it underneath the tyres." And he goes, "Well, fuck, go on then, cunt." So he goes and he goes out into the, darkness, and the driver's standing there watching him, grabs a log, brings it back. He goes, "We're going to need a few." He goes, "Hurry the fuck up." So he goes and he tells me, he goes, "Bro, on I would say the 5th log, as I went to walk to grab it and pick it up, I saw a car go past." And he was like, "Okay, so that's the distance to the main road." So he grabs the log and he walks back to the truck, and in his mind, he's told himself, "Okay, on the 10th log that I go and pick up, each time I'm going to get further and further towards the main road. On the 10th time, I'm going to dash to the fucking main road." So he goes and he gets number 9, and he's walking back, and he's preparing himself psychologically for the 10th log. So he puts the log down under the truck, and just as he turns around to walk towards the main road, the bro goes to him, "Nah, that's enough. And he was like, and he goes, get over here, get back in the fucking truck." And he gets into the truck, and the truck starts. He ties him up, and the truck fucking starts, and he's able to move out of that mud. So he fucked it up. He didn't fuck it up, but he missed that opportunity. Anyways, what happens? He's tied up in the truck. The bro goes deeper into the fucking, into the forest. And then the bro turns around to him and he goes, "Right, what fingers do you," he goes, "what fingers don't you need And anyways, he jumps out. His hands are tied up, so that's how he's getting his fucking fingers cut off. And the bro jumps out, and he hasn't even got anything to cut his fingers with. So he pulls out a fucking pliers. And if you can imagine, like, my poor bro was tied up, and this cunt was hacking at his fucking finger with pliers. And then once the finger came off, once he threw it in the bush, and then he just fucking took him out and bashed him the fuck up. So another time that same person, the reason that he had to go through that was because this bro of mine, he had just kind of got into the game. He was a really good businessman, all this and that, but it doesn't matter, man. The game is a whole nother ball game. You've got to incorporate skills that you would have learned growing up. Like, for me, the only reason I survived was because I was a mum. I was a mum, and you might not think it, but man, like for example, the reason, if you find hookups for drugs, that's a good fucking thing. Well, I had heaps of people fucking saying, oi, here's a bag, here's an ounce, here's a bag. Like, just take it and you can hook me up with the money when you sell it. And it reminded me of when me and my husband, we had our 3 babies, and we had babysitters left, right and centre. Oi, let us look after the kids. Oi, let us look after the kids. And me and my husband were always like, nah, no way. We'll save that for a rainy day. Do you know what I mean? If we use up if we let you take the kids now, we might want to go out next weekend. And because you had them this weekend, you're going to tell us to go and get fucked. We've already had them. Do you know what I mean? So in terms, when I had these people offering me drugs here, I thought to myself, nah. First of all, I'm going to get in debt to all these motherfuckers. Second of all, when I really fucking need it, if I get pinched by the pigs or if I get rolled, which I never did, but you just never know, then I'm going to have no one to turn to because I owe everybody. So that was a kind of a tip that, from being a mother to the drug game. And look at me, I'm still alive. So, anyways, in terms of my mate, like, he just, what he would do, and I told him not to fucking do it so many times, what he would fucking do is he would go around and get everyone's money up front. And I always said to him, bro, if you don't have the money in your fucking hand, if all you've got enough for is a ball, start with a ball. Nah, this motherfucker wants to go around and get 1,000 from this person, 1,000 from this person, 1,000 from this person, and try to make up and get an ounce. And then when he buys the ounce and the whole fucking bag is salt, what does he do with that? He can't sell that and pay these people back. Do you know what I mean? And I saw that firsthand. And that's why he got fucking kidnapped then. How did I get out of it? I'll tell you the step-by-step of how and just bear in mind what works for me honestly might not work for anyone else, but this is exactly what I did, and it saved my fucking life. So, I had been on it and in the game hearty for, nearly 4 years, since my son died and my kids left and my husband left and my life left. And then I fucking went to Melbourne to try to get off it, try to come home. When I got there, I had no job set up there. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. One of the first people I met, when me and my partner met when we got to Melbourne, was a dealer. And somehow my partner, he had come across a shotgun. So we used that shotgun in order to get us tick on a fucking ball. I'm just fucking being honest. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. We used that shotgun to get us tick on a ball. And because my partner went there with a shotgun and said, look, we don't have money, we just kind of got here, but we do have a shotgun. The fella goes, you know what, the fact that you just even offered that to me, a lot of cunts come in here and they ask me for fucking gear and they don't even bring me $1. the fact that you've bought a shotgun and that's all that you have, he goes, I'll let you keep the shotgun, bro, and I'll chuck you a ball. So now we've got a shotgun and a fucking ball. The second person that we met was this young cunt who was selling a point here, which I told you the other day is about that much. A ball is about 35 of them fingernails. So we meet this little white fella and he's selling a point, you know, a point here, a point there, a point there. So I say to him, oi bro, I'll give you a half ball, which is half of 35, 17.5. Anyway, I'll give you a half ball and, you know, for that half ball, I just want back 400. And because we got the ball and we only got charged 600 for the ball, which was quite good. I remember when I was first started in Perth, a ball was costing me 1,400. That's why I fucking had to start prostituting, because I was like, fuck, I can't come up with that. Anyways, so when I said to this bro, I'll give you 17 and a half of those, all you need to give me is 4. And then you've got, you know, how much left? I don't know, 13 and a half or something like that you've got for you. He was on board straight away, so that was cool. So anyway, we that's how we started living, you know. We were, this little boy, not little boy, but every time he fucking came back with that 400, we would go and we'd get us another bag, go and get us another ball. It was continuous. It wasn't balling, high rolling like I was in Perth, but it was enough for me and my partner to fucking survive. And we had the other half for us. Do you know what I mean? So anyways, because he had the shotgun, you know, call it what you want, I call it. Now that I'm sitting here and I look back on it, I call it greedy. You know, we could have upped that price to that little boy for that half ball and could have slowly made our money for our passports, but we didn't. The only thing that was on our mind was getting that 400 so we could reload and we could get another bag and we could get another bag. Now with the shotgun, that's how we were going to get our money for our passports. So he went and did what he did and we ended up in jail. He did an armed robbery and we ended up in jail. When I got out of jail, when I got to jail, it was like, man, it was a whole nother fucking feeling, eh? It was a whole, you know, after 4.5-5 years of living like how I was telling you, living in that kind of lifestyle with cunts getting kidnapped in front of you. When I got to jail and I got my own little cell, that was the first time in all those years that I had stability in my fucking life. I know it wasn't a flash apartment, it was a jail cell, but it was my fucking jail cell. Everything in that fucking jail cell was mine. I didn't have to worry about cunts kicking in my garage door to come in and take whatever the fuck I had. I had, you know, when I got to jail, you have to have a routine. So 7:30 the doors open. Do you know what I mean? 9 o'clock you're at work. 12:30 you go back to your cell for your lunch. 1 o'clock you're back at your job. 4 o'clock you finished work. 5 o'clock I was at the gym. 7:30 you're back locked in your cell for the whole night, and you wake up and you do it again. I know it's not a solid, you know, boss routine, but after having so many fucking years of just you stay awake for so many fucking days. Like I've said in the past, I was up for 10 days plus. I don't know how, when I think about it now, I love my sleep too much. I fucking love my sleep too much, but 10 days plus, you know, when I got to jail and I had that fucking routine and I had that structure, fuck, man, it was a whole nother. It's exactly what I needed, and to remind myself of being a fucking human. And yeah, man. Anyways, I learned in there to stay fucking busy, stay busy. Every minute that I was free, I went straight to the gym and I just stayed at the gym. I had my towel, I put that over my fucking head and I just on the treadmill, on the whatever. And that's how I did it. I put my towel over my head so no motherfucker would talk to me, and I could zone out and I could think about shit. And I also put my towel over my head because I just can't work out and talk because I just will die. anyways, when so 1 week before I got out, I had my meeting with my bail worker over video conference like this. And he said to me after that, because you have to be approved for bail, you know, you have to talk to someone, it's like an interview, and then they will make the decision, okay, and then they'll go to the judge and say, yeah, nah, we've approved her, we will take her under our wing when she gets out. And so I got approved. And I said to the dude, when I was talking to him, I said, man, you know what, because he goes, okay, Nicola, I've approved you, so you've got court next week, you'll get out of court, out of jail. And I looked at him and I said, I don't know if I'm ready, I don't know if I'm ready. And just bear in mind, I only knew, you know, one sober dude, Marty, and his missus Jackie in Melbourne, and that's where I was getting bailed too. I didn't know no one else. Everyone else I knew was on drugs, but they were sober. And they let me be bailed there. So anyway, I look at the dude and I said, I need something for when I get out, you know. And here it's a fear. It's a fear of possibly returning back to your old lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? And some people might think like, what the fuck? Nah, it's all good. Nah, it's a huge fucking fear. I was scared as fuck, because I knew when I get out, unless I had shit in place, I was just going to revert back to I was going to go and see the dude I was getting the balls from. I was going to, you know what I mean? And I said, he goes, what can I can try to help you. The courts can try to help you. I said, I need a job to be able to go to. My routine every day is to wake up and go to my job, to wake up and every minute go to my gym. So when I got out, because he was still sussing it out, I'll just tell you now, those first 2 weeks were the hardest 2 fucking weeks ever. Because I just sat at home, because I had nothing in place. I wanted to, bro, fuck. I stayed in my room. You can even ask Marty. I stayed in my room, and it sucked. Because at least in jail, you know, I had friends. It sucked. I had rung my lawyer and my case manager so many times, and I said, fucking send me back. Send me fucking back. Like, I'm over this. I fucking hate it out here. And I fucking did. I hated it out there. Because the temptations were there, and it just, Anyway, luckily for me, the courts came through and they hooked me up and paid for me a membership at a gym. And then the gym was right across the road from Sunshine Courthouse. And then they have a little caravan out the front of Sunshine Courthouse, and they sell coffee and shit. It's a little kind of, they sell coffee and cakes and shit like that. But it's called Second Chance Cafe in Sunshine Courthouse. If you're in Sunshine, you know what I'm talking about. Second Chance, and the reason it's called Second Chance Cafe, I can talk about it because I don't fucking work there. The reason it's called Second Chance Cafe is because if you get out of jail and you're on, community hours, you've got hours that you need then you go there and you fill your hours up at the working for them. So that's the only way that they do it. But my lawyer was able to swindle and get me in there. So I started volunteering there 5 days a week. My routine was I'd wake up at 5:30. I'd get changed. I'd just roll out of bed, get changed, chuck my bag on, go over, catch a bus, catch a train, catch another bus, walk 10 minutes to the gym, and I'd get there about 6:30, do a workout, jump out of the have a shower, put on my makeup, put on my outfit for my day at work, and then walk over to my job and volunteer for the whole fucking day. And then I would have to walk 10 minutes, catch a bus, train, a bus, and then I was home. And, coming from hustling, getting cash, and I'm just going to say it now, even prostituting, I was charging, I'm just going to tell you how much I was charging. I was charging $100 for 15 minutes. $100 for 15 minutes, $200 for half an hour, and $300 for an hour. But, the shortest was $100 in 6 minutes. I'm Māori, what do you expect? No. 6 minutes was overs. No. Anyway, so to come from that kind of lifestyle of getting money that fucking easy to now volunteering 5 days a week and not getting a fucking penny. I might get me a toastie or a free coffee when I got to work. That in itself was nearly enough to make me want to go back. Do you know what I mean? But I had to keep pushing, and I just had to keep fucking pushing. And I was on a 6-month bail release program, which means you're not allowed to leave the fucking city, you're not allowed to leave the fucking, definitely not allowed to leave the country. My bail conditions were I was curfewed 10 o'clock until 6 in the morning every night. I had to sign in Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, 3 days a week. I had to go into a police station and just fucking write my name. Yeah, wasn't allowed to leave the city, wasn't allowed to leave the country. And I just was like, you know, the only people I knew there was Marty and Jackie, who I lived with, my lawyer, my bail, my bail person, and my boss at the cafe. They were the 5 only people that I knew in that whole fucking city. Other than them, I knew the dealer and I knew the little cunt that would sell for me. So I just went hard. I just tried to keep myself in that routine that I had in jail. I had my gym. I had my job that I was volunteering at 5 days a week. And then then I thought to myself, you know what, fuck this, man. I couldn't get a hold of my kids back here. I couldn't even let them know I had been to jail. And then I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to start doing these fucking videos. And I don't, like I've said 1,000 times, I don't know if my kids were ever going to see these videos. I just prayed to fucking God that someone was going to say, oi bro, not bro, to my son Geordie, oi, look, your mum's on the internet and she's on her way to work. She's got a job. She's sober. And anyways, I did a video. I remember doing a video and I had a month. Sorry, that was my internet. I had court nearly every fucking week, it felt like. And I just, on the 3-month mark, I woke up early. And you'll find it on my page. I did a video and I said, whānau, I've got fucking court today. And do you know what? I'm going to go in there and I'm going to ask the judge if I can fucking go home. I'm over this country, bro. I'm over it. I'm just going to say to him, you know, I've been volunteering here every fucking day. And he knew I had good reviews. You know, if you can imagine a little tiny caravan box. You know the one, we have them here when we're selling fucking hot dogs and shit out the window. A little caravan, and I was allowed to play, because I was the only Māori that worked there, I was allowed to play Bob Marley, so every day, and it was lawyers in it, they'd come and Bob Marley will be blasting, and I'd say, morning, you know the way that I am, so I just brought some life up in that bitch. So my, the reference and that the boss wrote to give to the judge at my court date, they were glowing. And because I was working at the courthouse, whenever I had a meeting with my bail worker, I just needed to go inside. I'd say to my boss, I'm just going inside, I got my bail thing. Go on then. So I'd go inside, so I never missed a bail, do you know what I mean? And anyway, I went into court that day, and the judge, he goes to me, how do you think you're going next? Nicola? And I said, I'm killing it. I'm thriving. And there's videos of me in court, because I stood there with my phone in court. Anyway, I says, fuck, I'm thriving. He goes, I'll be the judge of that. And he goes, let me just read these. And he reads all my, my things, and he puts it down and he goes, okay, Miss Adams, yeah, no, you were right. You are thriving. You are doing good. I said, I know it, Judge. I know it. And then I said, Judge, as much as I love your country, your country hates my guts, bro. Your country hates my guts. I said, I'm at the stage now, I think I'm ready. I need to go home. I need to carry on my journey. And the judge looks at me and he goes, you know what? Because just bear in mind, it is a 6-month program. And I had only been, going hearty for 3 months, but it paid off, because the judge fucking turns around and he goes, you know what, if you get you a ticket, you can go home. And that's exactly what I did. And, you know, now that I'm home, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, it's just so much easier. To the whānau member that messaged me last night, who's an Aussie and who's going through the exact same shit, just got out of jail, you know, and back on it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say fucking coming home is exactly what I needed, you know what I mean? Like, it's just as hard here as it is over there. Because, you know, everyone wonders why I do so much fucking travelling. It's because, bro, the minute I stay put, I start to meet people, doors start to open, and I start to contemplate. Because I still know within myself that I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I'm fully cured. When I think of meth, fuck off. Cut it out. When I think of meth, I've said it before. I think of the pristine fucking pipe. I've just put Jif in it, a little bit of water, grabbed a cotton bud, and I've cleaned that motherfucker out until it's sparkling. And then, oh shit, see, that's how I'm getting the shakes, because this is how real and fucking vivid it is. Once I got that pristine pipe, I lay it down, be sure to make sure the surface is clean. Last thing I want is anything sticking to my clean fucking pipe before I burn it. It's going to fuck up my clean, pristine rock that I put in the pipe. So once I've got that, I put the rock. This is how I think about it. I put the nice, that size, fingernail size rock, boom, straight in there. I grab my lighter and be sure that it's a Bic, because it's got a beautiful flame. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This is just how real it is. Get that flame, and I put the pipe over it. Not too close, because you don't want to cook the fuck out of your gear. So just a nice heat, and what you want to do is you want to roll it. And like I said, if you don't want to watch it, like I didn't say it, I'm saying it now. If you don't want to watch it, jump off away. But I'm just giving those that don't understand the addiction a vivid fucking description so that you're able to understand the passion in which we have for something that causes so much fucking grief and so much fucking heartache and pain and suffering. And this is the type of fucking passion for those that don't understand. You want to fucking put your pipe there and you want to roll it. You don't want to leave it there because you're going to cook the fuck out of that one side. So you want to roll it so it's evenly distributed. Once it's turned, once that rock has melted into a, I'm just going to say it, into a beautiful fucking puddle, you want to blow it to get all that first lot of smoke, all that first lot of fucking chemicals the fuck out of there. So now that second, it's really a second puff, but it's your first puff. Nothing like a fucking cigarette, I'll tell you that now. Nothing like a fucking cigarette. And that first puff, when you inhale it and it goes down, and it's the smoke is nothing like this. I'm just going to tell you now, the smoke is nothing like this. It's thick, and I'm just going to describe it like this. It's thick and creamy, and when it goes down, it's like, if it's good shit, it's like, wowzers. All your stresses, all your fucking pain, all your suffering is all gone. It's all gone. For me, the reasons I took it was obviously the loss of my son. And then, 6 to 8 months later, the loss of my other children, the loss of my husband. And I was on the brink of fucking suicide. I just thought to myself, bro, how the fuck can I keep going? I just can't even keep going. I just don't even want to keep going. As far as I was concerned, my children, Geordie and Russia, they were safe with their dad. And at that time of my life, in that mind state, the only two people that were fucking alone was me in Alaska. And I just thought, fuck this, man. I want to be with him. I want to fucking be with him. And I tried. I tried by overdosing on fucking pills, and for some reason it just wouldn't work. And then and that's, you know, and I found meth, and at first I found alcohol. Alcohol was making me too fucked up that I was getting carried to bed, and I couldn't function. And so I turned to fucking meth, because meth, I was able to, it helped me to build that wall between me and my emotions. It helped me to fucking, to carry on with my day, and all those pain, it was like, I've explained this before, but I'm going to do it again. What it did for me was all that pain, all that, it helped me to put it into a lockbox inside me. Put it into a lockbox and lock it up. And it was safe there. And I was able to function, I was able to fucking do my shit. It wasn't gone, but it was safe, and it wasn't on my mind. It wasn't, the feeling of suicide I took and I put in that fucking safe box and I locked it up too. That's what methamphetamine helped me to do. And for that I'm grateful. Because I was trying to find ways to fucking kill myself. Until I found meth, and until meth offered me the opportunity to be able to hide all that shit, lock it all up, put it all fucking away, and exist. Not live. I wasn't living, but I was at least existing. So that's why I don't ever point the fucking finger. That's why I don't ever point the finger at anyone that's on methamphetamine. Is because I fully fucking understand. So anyways, now in my life, that's just not an option. Do you know what I mean? It's just not an option for me anymore. I took it because I just thought that I'd lost everything. I didn't know, and I didn't have faith in myself that I was ever going to be able to get back what I fucking had. And so I just kind of gave up. Until my lawyer told me, snap the fuck out of it, Nicola. You are never, he said it to me straight up, you are never going to get what you once had. Ever. You're never going to get it back. You're never going to get Alaska back. You're never going to get your husband back. You're never going to get your children back. Do you know what I mean? You're never going to have it all back as a total package the way that you had it, once had it. Here goes. In your mind, you were up here. You had your husband, you had your car, you had your house, you had your kids, you just had everything. You may not have realized it at the time, but you did. You set the bar up here. He goes, when your husband left, when your children left, when Alaska died, when the house went, when the car went, when the drugs came, you dropped to here. Down here is where you hungied darkness, you hungied rock bottom. Hundy times. He goes, you might never get back up here, Nicola, but you're about here. And he goes, don't feel bad because you're not here. Give yourself fucking credit because you ain't here anymore. And I'm just going to say, if my lawyer didn't say that to me, I don't know. Because I was giving myself shit now. You bro, it doesn't matter if you're sober, Nix. You ain't up here. You ain't up here. So I was always giving myself shit for not fucking being back up here. But when he said, you're here, you're not in jail, you're not on drugs, you're here. Give yourself fucking credit. I thought to myself, fuck, you know what, you can't, you fucking bastard, you're right. You're absolutely fucking right. And so I'm just going to go back to how people always ask me, man, why are you always on the road? You're always on the fucking road. Well, hey, I fucking have to be. Because it's too fucking easy for me to get back into that lifestyle. I have to stay busy. Just like when I was in jail and I said to my lawyer, when I get out, I need to fucking be constantly doing something because it's so fucking easy. And I've just explained the description, and I'm sure you would have felt the passion when I was describing about fucking having a pipe. The struggle is real every fucking day. And I know it's gonna be, and to anyone out there that's got off it and they've said, man, I just, I look to the Lord whenever I'm feeling, I don't even have those thoughts anymore. Since I turned to the Lord, I'm not gonna say, I'm not putting the Lord down or anything like that. I believe in him in my own way. But I just can't fucking stand from a drug addict, a former drug addict, when I hear another one say, you know what, I don't even have those thoughts anymore. The day, literally, Nicola, the day that I turned to the Lord, I've never ever, methamphetamine has never ever come into my mind. Psh, fuck off out of here. Come on. I just, for me, I can't believe that, and I won't. I just won't believe it. I don't give a fuck. Be real. Do you know what I mean? Congratulate yourself. This is what I tell myself. Congratulate yourself, Nix. You ain't there no more. But don't try and hide the fact that, I can still taste that shit in my fucking mouth. Every time I have a fucking Feijoa, I taste gear. The struggle is fucking real. And to those that are wanting to get off it, to those that are off it, and I remember, when I was staying at Papamoa Camping Ground. When I was staying in Papamoa Camping Ground, and, what the fuck was I going to say? Oh, and I said that I fucking had a sleep, and while I was sleeping, I had a dream that I got cooked as fuck. And, I was buzzing, I was flying around, I was cooked as fuck. And then the buzz started coming off. And the feeling of disappointment, of shame, of fucking anger, of myself. And it was so fucking real that when I woke up, I was so fucking scared that I had done it. I was so fucking scared that I had disappointed all the whānau. Not only all the whānau, I had disappointed my children, I had disappointed myself. And I jumped straight on the live and I fucking told yous. And because that is real. That is real fucking talk. I don't sit there saying, no, I've never had a dream about it. I've never thought about it. Fuck off. I fucking think about it every day. That's why I have to grab myself a fucking V, because that's the closest shit. That and coffee, prison crack. That is the closest shit to fucking getting energy without getting arrested, I fucking suppose. Without losing my fucking family, without losing everything I'm fucking building. And I just want to say, if I hadn't gone through all of that, when struggles, when drama, when fucking all that bullshit come knocking at my door, if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't know how to fucking deal with it. Now, whenever something hearty, so when I do a post and I'm talking about my family and I'm saying, I'm a little bit sad, I am all good. If I can make it, this is how I'm going to get through my shit. If I can fucking be still sitting here after going through all of that, I can fucking make it through anything. I can make it through anything. But, yeah, I suppose the point of me doing this is just to tell you, that's how I got off it. And the struggle continues. I am not cured. I am not fucking cured, and I don't think I ever will be. So if you're out there and you're fucking thinking like, fucking hell, I've been sober for, a few months, but I'm still thinking about it, and you've got that, bro, you're allowed to think about it. You're only fucking human. You are only fucking human. So yeah, that's my, kōrero on drugs, and more fucking drugs. For whānaus that are, I don't know how many fucking parents that I used to sell gear to. Gear is in Aussie, gear is the common term for methamphetamine. Over here, I don't know anyone that calls it P anymore, but gear is what, so when I don't know how many parents I used to sell fucking gear to, and man, because I was on the shit, you know, I just had no conscience. I just was there for the money. I didn't give a fuck if I saw a kid over there and the kid looked starving. I was there for the money. You know, like, I fucking hate it now. But at the end of the day, my way of thinking was, hey, that kid's not my responsibility. Call me what you want. That's how I was thinking. That kid over there looking like he's being neglected and that, fucking hell. That's just not my responsibility. My responsibility is you, as the mum and the dad, both of you have rung me up and I've just fucking got my driver to drive me over to your house to fucking sell you drugs. That is my priority. That is my priority, not that kid over there. And, you know, that's fucked. But that's just how it is. And I'm not the only fucking person out there that fucking does it. I know that for fucking Biggie was fucking doing it. He didn't give a fuck if anyone came to him and she was pregnant and she was fucking saying, can I buy some? You know, he didn't give a fuck about the baby in her stomach. He gave a fuck about the money in her hand. And that's just how it is. So, you know, like, I just think that for those parents that do want to get off it, man, there needs to be something. Because I know a lot of parents, they don't know how to get off it because they're scared of fucking SIFs coming in and taking their children off them for admitting that they, I would think they are admitting to it, which means they are asking for help because they realise that they need to get help for the sake of their fucking children. So I would pat them on the back and say, fuck, haere mai. But that's just not how it fucking goes. And I just think that's something that needs to be fucking fixed. There needs to be a safe haven that families that actually do want fucking help can go to without the fear of potentially losing their fucking children because of their admission to drug use. I mean, those that don't want the help and their children are being neglected as a result of their drug use, yeah, go and investigate those cunts. But for those that want the fucking help and they want to fucking do good for their families, give them a fucking hand. Because this shit ain't easy. Look at me, I'm struggling and I'm on my own. Imagine a fucking family. And they've got nowhere to, do you know what I mean? Fucking sucks. And I want to say, you know, CWK, that's what this whānau is all about. No judgment. You can come, but, you know, we've probably got fucking SIFs workers that watch this shit, and if whānaus come on there and freely, openly talk about it, then SIFs will probably, you know, track them down and shit. So it's just sucks. But anyway, whānau, like, what I'm going to do is, I'm supposed to be at Mahi, and I am going. I just need to get my battery. I need to go and get a battery because I just don't like to rely. I thank you so much, Anita, for letting me use your car, babe. I know you understand that. Like, for me personally, I just don't like relying on anybody. That's why I live outside of my tent. And to the motherfucker that said she's got a tent out the back, El Camino, if you're watching this, I gotta block you, eh? Who the fuck are you to go and put a post up and say, oh, the reason that Nicola Nix is living in her tent is so she can puff up? Get a fucking grip, bro. Do you even know what the effects of someone that's puffing is? It ain't sitting fucking still for fucking ages unless they're on their phone and shit. It ain't doing lives and fucking shit every day. So get a grip, bro. You'll have time to get a grip when you're blocked. The reason I stay in my tent is because I don't want to rely on no one. At this stage, you know, I'm relying on the tent space. That's because Papa Moore Caravan Park won't let me go back there. But anyways, I'm relying on this tent space, and I'm relying on my one, extension cord going to the house. And I pay my way for that. This tent for me, it ain't that much. It ain't that fucking flash. Hey, it's my home. Just like my jail cell was my home. I didn't have to worry about motherfuckers coming in and taking my shit off me. Because that's just what happens. I didn't have to worry about motherfuckers coming in and you know, stealing my shit so they could go and sell it for drugs. That's another thing. The other reason why I don't need to worry about that is because I'm not fucking surrounding myself with those motherfuckers. Just being honest. And I can spot them out a fucking mile away. That's another reason as to how I've fucking maintained my shit for so fucking... And it ain't even so long. Realistically, it's been 6 months. Realistically, it has been 6 months. So, oh, hang on. Seven months. Oh, I don't even know what month it is. 6 or 7 months. But that's the only other way that I've been able to maintain my shit is, you know, I surround myself. First of all, I stay on the road so I don't meet anyone long enough. Just, sorry, whānau, but I just have to do that because I just have to fucking look after me, eh? And, that's why I don't hang around long enough to drink because, you know, just, I'm scared that I'm going to pick up another. If I drink 2 times in a week, I start panicking because I feel as though I'm picking up another habit, another addiction. So I don't hang around in towns too long because I'm scared of that. And you know, I can't blame no one else. I have to take responsibility. I can't blame no one else because they want to drink with me and this and that. At the end of the day, I can't blame anyone if they say to me, Nix, here's a pipe. Here's a bic lighter. Go hundy. I can't blame that person. I'm a fucking adult. And I have the capabilities to say no. I'm all Jeezy. But I am scared that I'm not going to say no. So, my self-coping mechanism is to not put myself in that fucking situation not put myself around people long enough for them to feel comfortable enough to even ask. So I come, I say, kia ora, kia ora, kia ora, and then I'm gone. Kia ora, kia ora, kia ora, and then I'm gone. And it's nothing to do with anyone that I meet. It's to do with me, because I'm not fucking strong enough. So these are just kind of self-coping mechanisms that I've kind of come up with. And like I said, just because it works for me, doesn't say it's going to work for Joe Bloggs. Do you know what I mean? You need to figure out what your triggers are. I don't watch anything to do with meth or gear. And like, I'm just going to say this, because we were talking about, you know, just to my bro buddy. I don't watch anyone else's lives and shit. Only buddies. I just watched this last night. I jumped on it. I don't watch no one else's shit. Purely because, I've said it heaps, me watching other people, I'm going to see, oh, true, that's working for that person. That's working for that person. And it's just Mother Nature. I'm going to end up changing my kaupapa, changing my original direction to try to fucking do what was working for this person. And then I'm going to end up fucking it up. So, you know, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. And I'll tell you now, once you do, bro, you're on your way, brother. You're on your way. So anyway, whānau, I'm going to jump off here. And I just want to say thank yous for, I hope that for those that, you know, that have never touched this stuff, good on you. Good on you. I hope that this kōrero gives you a little bit of insight so that, you know, when whānau member that are on it, you know, you don't slam the door in their fucking face. You know, because I'm just going to say now, I've just told you the reasons that I was on the drugs. And I haven't actually come across someone that's just doing it out of spite. They've had everything handed to them on the silver fucking platter. Their parents are still together. They're all of this and that. But they've just wanted to be a rebel and just jump on the... I never... Every single person that I fucking met was doing it for something. They were either raped as a child. They were either bashed and neglected as a child. They were either... Do you know what I mean? They had either lost a child, they had lost their family, they had lost their business, they had lost, and, you know, like I've said 1,000 times, people in that kind of position, they They don't need your money. They don't need, they just need someone to sit there and listen. You don't even need to fucking talk. You don't even need to talk to them. They just need someone to listen and not judge them. No, I'm not. I'm still talking. I'm going to give you a hug from the whānau. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Nanny's got to give me a hug from the whānau. What for? I swiped the comments too, by the way, whānau. Oh.
Okay. Yep, here we go, whānau. Giving you a hug. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm alright. Go! I'm alright. Oh, sorry, I swiped the comments because when I'm having those types of kōrero, I need to just, otherwise I just will get too caught up in the comments. But yeah, like I said, to those that haven't experienced it firsthand, please don't judge those that are on it. Find out why they're on it. Sit down. Instead of slamming the door, because I know it's so much easier just to slam the door in their face, open the door, pull up a chair, put the fucking jug on. Just give them 10 minutes of your time. That's all. Do you know what I mean? And these are for whānau. I know there are those whānau members. I'm going to swipe the comments just so I can get this out. I know that some of those whānau members that are on drugs, they may have stolen from you. They may have, because I know that shit is real too, but I just want to say, for those that want to fucking, they come to you and they actually want help, pull up a fucking chair, bro. Give them 10 minutes out of your life, because I tell you what, you could fucking save their lives. For those that are on it, bro, don't beat yourself up, bro. Don't beat yourself. For me, jail was my turning point. And I'm just going to say, I sit here and I can preach it now. Yeah, I can preach it now. In those 4 years that I was on it, I swear to God, if anyone came up to me and said to me, "Oi, Nix, you know what? You're better than this, girl. You're fucking better than this," I would have said, "Motherfucker, how much do you want so I can weigh this shit up, get your money and fuck off?" You could not tell me in those 4 fucking years, you're wasting your breath. If you wanted to talk to me, you had to have money. So, but in saying that, the day will come when you have just had enough. And for me, that day was when I went to jail. I had just had enough of that fucking lifestyle, and I've told you, I'm not going to share everything because, there's some shit that I can't say on the fucking, on my lives out of fear of losing what I have with my children. But that kind of information, that information I'll be sharing at my meet and greets. All the shit and there's heaps of shit. I know you sit there trying to put the pieces to the puzzle together. Do you know what I mean? About my life journey. There's so much shit that I am unable to fucking say on a live, out of fear of losing what I have. And it ain't much, but I'll lose it. But I will be sharing that at my meet and greets. So, to all the whānau in Hastings, I hope yous, I pray that yous are gonna have my back when I come there, do you know what I mean? And, and I'll share that's where I bear my soul, at my meet and greets, because I can. Also, I just want to say to any whānau in Aussie that you wanna fucking help out, with the journey, with the whole CWK fucking journey. This is a suggestion, and I'm only suggesting it because it really fucking helped out Hundi at the Tauranga meet and greet. There were a lot of whānau here in Tauranga that actually, it's $25, but fucking hell, $25 is hard to fucking come by sometimes. And if you are in Aussie and you're Hati whānau member and you are in a position to help out, then please purchase a ticket online and we'll give them away, because you know what? That $25 that you contribute for a ticket for a whānau member in Hastings and Napier area, that whānau member might actually really fucking benefit from coming. So that's all I'm going to say, whānau. I'm going to get my big ol' up, go inside and have a shower, You know, I'm not hearty spiritual, but I feel like after having a kōrero like that, the best thing is to have a shower and to fucking, just to kind of like, okay, Nix, that was hearty for your morning. You know, don't stay in that rut, Nix. Don't stay in that frame of mind. You got your whole day ahead of you. You need to get your car fixed so that you can carry on your hikoi all around the fucking motu. So that's just exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to have my shower, and I promise you, the next live that I do, you watch, it's going to be like, oh, bro, where the fuck's this bitch come from? And that's me getting out of my rut and soldiering on. So anyway, whānau, I just want to say, I love yous. Yous know I fucking do. Yous know I do. And I'll see yous after. Have a good day.